Alright, what's going on, y'all? Man, doing a Maniac here, episode 16. My brother, back at it again. Alright, so, gonna be a little different today, kind of a little different cadence to the show. I wanted to touch on something special that kind of happened, but I'll touch on a little bit. But like always, we'll do a little bit of review of the week and kind of tap in and pivot into some things that we got going on out in the world and things we got going on ourselves. So, Maniac, give me a little bit about your week. I know basketball's been a big topic for you right now.
Oh yeah, man, sports in general, bro. You know, Bentley out here playing the soccer, having fun with it, and Juliana's hooping, Clayton's wrestling, everybody chasing their own greatness. I love that shit, for real, for real. Me personally, just sitting back and, always felt that I could be a coach, and just seeing the way other coaches coach now, really like, damn, bro, I really need to get my foot in the door somewhere and really help out. Not even, I ain't even got to take over and be like a head coach or nothing. I just want to help other people elevate and get better at what they're doing, bro. And I wish that people would really take coaching serious, because, you see a lot of kids' talents get wasted and the years pass by, especially now that, I'm dealing with high school coaches and seeing it on a different level. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just youth no more. It's at a high school level, and I'm just like, man, and then when you hear stories, when you talk to parents, and they're like, yo, my daughter been sitting on the bench for 3 years now, and it's just like, man, at what point as a coach, win, lose, or draw, do you help this student, this young lady or young man get better at the sport or just better in life? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'll give you this, though. I think you're right. I've noticed it, and I feel like, good coaching is getting worse. The problem is that a lot of it is, especially with the rec level, it's volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
High school level, I mean, it's a lot. If you're, high school doesn't pay much. That's why mostly, most coaches are teachers. Then you got a few guys like me that are not and step up and are able with, good support at home and a job that the schedule is able to balance the schedule of a high school coach. You're able to do it.
Now, when you look into getting a job like that, it ain't about the, the money, whatever comes with it. It's about the passion behind it, right?
It is, and that's why someone like me does it. Yes. Teachers might do it, a little bit of passion, but mostly because they need that extra money. We all know teachers don't make anything, which is crazy. That's something that has to change.
Yes. Man, sure.
These teachers are helping our youth get molded and giving them some of the tools they need to grow and develop, but they need to get paid more.
And I agree. What bothers me on that topic too, I know that they're underpaid, and and I'm not speaking for all teachers, but a lot of them, they're like, well, you're not paying me, so I'm not going to teach at the best of their ability. And I think that kind of sucks too, in a way. At the end of the day, fuck that paycheck. Think about the kids and really, pour into them and really want to see them be great. Because Clayton comes home and he's like, Dad, they'll just give us a packet of work, and they're like, do this, and I'm like, how can a kid be motivated to do schoolwork or anything in life when you're not teaching, you're not preaching, you're not giving them nothing, bro?
Yeah, I actually disagree with like the homework. Only because we shouldn't take our work home.
Yeah, I agree.
So kids shouldn't take their classwork home either. That's just my opinion. I understand sometimes if a kid needs additional help, needs a little bit of work, I can understand a one-off that kids need a little additional help, but
yeah, reach out to the parent. Hey,
right, hey,
kids like
send this packet, work with them a little bit. Yeah, so I get that, a little additional work, but no, look, I'm with you. I noticed that a lot, especially at the rec level. It's been really bad recently. Guys that have experience playing, just they're busy or they no longer have a passion for the game. I mean, it's rare you see guys like me that do it for a long time at different levels. I mean, I started at the rec level, travel level, high school now, and still do the rec level and travel and stuff, but it's rare. It's really rare that guys keep doing that because, like I said, it's a very serious commitment.
Yeah.
And nowadays, in the life that we live, this fast-paced life, it's hard. It's really hard. But there's really no excuse for a coach to better themselves. Like when I went into high school my first year, I didn't know what to expect. I realized that from middle school rec, I mean, it's just every level. It's a different speed of the game, different nuances that are involved, and different things. And that next year, I went to a coaching class and I learned a ton of stuff. I still got the notes. So you can always learn, and from there I understood, okay, this is how it works. And now I wanted to get better. Now I'm building a relationship with other high school coaches learning every day, watching videos. I mean, YouTube's a great tool for anything you want to do, honestly. So, you just got to try to improve. But no man, as the leader of a team, as a coach, should just settle that, hey, I volunteer, that's enough. You can put the work in and improve.
Oh, yeah.
You can ask your peers in your rec program, you can ask your peers in the high school program, other coaches. I mean, and again, YouTube is one of the best tools we got now as human beings. You want to change a car part? YouTube. Yep. You want to fix your faucet? YouTube.
Preach.
I mean, so there's no excuse for getting better. So what we saw tonight is just, to me, was an embarrassment. So it made me upset watching it. It made me upset that I knew a few of the girls on there. And then to hear a parent say, hey, this has been going on for a few years, that's tough.
And the more, the deeper we got into it, it's like, for a school to accept that.
Exactly.
I think that's even more a slap in the mouth, a slap in the face to the parents, You know what the coach...
Parents, community, the school.
Yeah, everything, right? It's deep, yeah. I mean, come on, like you said, man, there's no passion, there's no fire, you're not preaching, you're not teaching. I mean, you're barely doing anything. You're on the sideline saying, put your hands up, put your hands up. I mean, motherfucker, it's 50-15. At this point, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Put your hands down and play some motherfucking defense.
Yeah.
Give me something, bro. So.
Yeah, it's tough. I will say this. I think, we know the saying that, look, to complain from the sidelines is one thing. So I think that the next step is now, like you did today. You spoke with the AD. I think the next thing is to speak to the coach and go from there. The man needs help.
Yeah.
Bottom line, he needs help. It was tough for me to watch because I'm a competitor. I care about the kids. Like I always say, sports are a tool to help develop confidence, skill sets for kids. Yeah. That's what sports are at the end of the day, right? That's the one thing you can definitely get out of sports, scholarships, everything else that may or may not come, but you can gain a lot of social skills, life skills from sports. And for these kids not to get that opportunity, you got seniors that have been dealing with this that are going to graduate and they never got opportunity to really compete or learn.
Yes.
That's just a shame. And again, shame on the school and the athletic program that just allowed that to happen for some time. So.
And we'll talk about it. We'll get a little deeper into it. So it was last night. Jeez. It was tonight. I went home and took a nap. That's why I felt like last night. I had to decompress, but it shouldn't bother me. But anyway, it was tonight. Dundalk played Pikesville. Pikesville's, back-to-back champions. Maybe 3 or 4 years now.
I think 3.
Like I said, I'm new to this high school basketball shit. My daughter, it's her first year. She's a freshman. She's a dog. Love her to death. I wish that she believed in my coaching ability a little more, but like they say, a lot of times your kids don't believe in what you got going on or what you're doing. It takes another person to coach them, but man, fuck that. I'm here to break that stigma. Like I tell her all the time, I'm your father. Nobody's gonna want more for you than I do, and I don't just pour into her, bro. I pour into the team. I pour into the crowd. I pour into the community.
The other team.
I pour into the other team. Yeah. I mean, we're 6 games in, and every school that Dundalk High School has played, and I like to say, it's bigger than just a gym to me. When I go in there, like I told you when we spoke, it's like a coliseum, bro. Like, that's how I visualize it. I know it ain't that big, but in my mind, it's that big, bro. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy it. I want to entertain the people, entertain the crowd. I want our girls to be entertainers, but win and have fun while doing it.
Yeah.
So, every gym, every coliseum that we've been in so far, I'm always bringing the passion. I'm cheering for both teams. I want everybody to be great. I'm hoping people are learning and, understanding like, damn, this is good energy. This is the type of energy that we should bring every night, whether this man's here or not. This is what we need. And, man, so many parents come up to me and say, oh, man, I wish you coached our team. I wish you could come to our home games and just cheer. Like, it's really great, positive energy, bro. And some people don't, they don't know how to be a part of it, you know what I'm saying? Because even when I stop cheering, you'll still hear ugly shit being yelled out, you know what I mean? So I try to hide all that background noise, all that negative shit by being positive. So hopefully everybody eventually, hops on the bandwagon and we hit a gym one day and there's nothing but good love, positive vibe, cheering on both teams and just really enjoying the now and enjoying the moment, bro, because the 4 years go by so quick, bro.
Yeah, they do. Well, I'll say this, like I said, don't keep quiet. I witnessed it. That's why I wanted to see how I was going. Not only to support her, but also to kind of see what you were telling me. And you were right. It's bad. So don't stay quiet. Push back. Ask what's going on. What can we do? How can I help? Like you just did tonight. And hopefully changes will happen. The team has a lot of potential. A lot of potential. They definitely can be good. They are good, but they can be way better if someone just works with them and gives them tools to succeed. So.
But I want to elaborate on a little bit tonight, though, of the game. You know, I got there a little late. I got there at the beginning of the second quarter. When I get there, we was down 12-3. You know, still in the game, right there. Man, I come in, I'm preaching, I'm teaching, I'm fired up. I get the girls fired up. At one point in the second quarter, it was like 2 minutes left. We were like, it was 15-15. Going into the half, they end up going up 21-15. So at halftime, mind you, these are the fucking state champs, back to back to back. We're right in there with them, a dog fight, down 6. They come out the break. Dundalk High School comes out the break. My daughter comes over to me, and I don't know, you know, if it's her just saying that or if the coach really said it to her. But she come over to me and like, Dad, you know, the coach said that. What'd she say? You're what the fuck did she say?
Something along the lines like, you know, you're cheering too much or something.
Yeah,
like that.
But it was like I wasn't embarrassing the team, but it was something along the lines where the coach didn't like what was going on, what I was doing. So the third quarter, I said, you know what? I'm gonna bite my lip. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna sit back and just watch. I want to see. I want to see. You know, you don't want to hear me coaching, then you coach. Show me what you can do. Sat back the third quarter, sat back quiet. Man, we scored 0 points. 0 points and gave up 30. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. That's what happens when the good energy stops and I stop cheering. So going into the fourth quarter, I'm like, all right, fuck that. I bit my tongue enough. You know, I gave homeboy opportunity to do his job.
And he didn't talk.
And he didn't talk. He didn't coach him. He didn't motivate him. And I don't want to knock the man. You know what I mean? I don't. Like, hopefully, you know, if he hears this or if he sees this and he reaches out, I'd love to get in there and help him, bro. Just to help him get better as a coach and elevate his game. Because if my daughter's got to deal with this shit for another 3-4 years... man, you gotta bring something to the table, bro, because we champions over this bitch, and you ain't gonna be fucking wasting my daughter's talent sitting on the bench. Fuck that, for real. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this shit, bro. We not doing that. So, you know, hopefully, like you said, I went up to the AD, chopped it up with him, like, hey, man, you know, we got a good group of girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, the coaches, you know, if you need a coach or you need some assistance or anything like that, bro, reach out. I got you. I'll help this man get better, bro, because that's what I'm about. I ain't about, you know, I don't want to shit on nobody and take their jobs or fuck his money up. But I'll come in that bitch and help him for free. I don't want no money. I just want to see these kids elevate, man, and really be great. So, Dundalk community, you know what I mean? I'm here. That's what I do. Spread the word, spread the love, and let's get in there and chase greatness, bro, for real.
Yeah. So. No, like I said, just reach out.
Yep.
Reach out. Don't keep silent, because he definitely, look, he needs help at the end of the day.
100%.
It's nothing personal, whatever. He genuinely needs help. It's for him. It's for the team. It's for the girls, the community, the school. It's for everybody. Just to give him a help, just to, I don't know, see something different. So, well, pivoting forward for me, you know, as far as, you know, obviously I'm coaching high school. It's been an interesting ride. You know, the group of kids that I had, I think I shared before. Good group of kids, definitely good group of kids. There's talent on the team. We're not as deep as we've been before. There's talent, but right now, our mental toughness has been challenged. You know, we had some adversity and we folded. We had some close games and we couldn't seal them, you know, and close them out. And you know, granted, you know, there's some players that should be playing for us that are not right now. And then this last game, we had a couple kids out, you know, one for illness and one for a small injury. Nothing bad.
Soft as shit. For real, y'all. I was at the game when y'all got hurt. Little nigga fell and fucking just fell and hurt it. Like, come on, bro, like that. But this is the generation. These are the kids nowadays,
yeah,
bro. You know.
Yeah, could have definitely. I thought he definitely could have pushed through it. But look, again, I don't know his pain threshold level, so you know we kind of dealt with it. But we went into a game and just, to me, it was next man up. Some guys were going to get an opportunity, and we just honestly just mentally did not. We were just doubting ourselves. And no matter what I would say, I kept trying to push them to just, you know, hey, this next play, let's keep moving forward. Don't worry about it. You know, at halftime, we were down, I forget, like almost 30. And I'm just like, guys, look, right now we're down. Let's just play for pride. Like, forget what happened. You know, what happened, just, we can't change it. Let's pray, you know, regroup, play for pride. And at some point we look up and it's a 15-point game now. It's one play at a time. Let's chop that lead. We made a run. You know, we made a run, but wasn't enough. We kind of, you know, reverted back to the things that we were doing that got us into a blowout game. And, you know, right now, you know, me and Coach spoke, and when I was like, look, I think we need a mental separation right now. Let's just get everyone healthy, get a couple days just to kind of bounce back, get ourselves together, understand what just happened. Granted, we played some teams that were tough. You know, I think if you compare all the teams, they're I think combined all the teams we played, I think they're like 15-3. So that goes to show you that there's a lot of wins against losses. So they're all good, solid teams. So we went through a little gauntlet of competition, but at the end of the day, we got to be better than that.
But you know what? You know, these kids nowadays, bro, they need structure, bro. They're like, you know, back in the day, kids in the 80s and 90s, us, you know, growing up, you could talk to us. You know what I mean? You could coach us. We were coachable motherfuckers.
We wanted it.
We wanted it. These kids nowadays, they aren't coachable, so they need a motherfucker that wants to coach. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They need a motherfucker like us that want to coach. That hey, motherfucker, let's go. Like, lock in. They need that type of energy, you know? And so the one game that I did get to go to, you know, watch y'all guys out there, you know, not shitting on your head coach or nothing, but his energy levels aren't, these coaches are old school coaches and these kids aren't old school kids, you know what I'm saying? So you really gotta like...
Yeah, it's tough to relate.
Yeah, it's tough for them to relate and really get the best out of these kids. And I ain't knocking them or nothing, but you know, you gotta be a dog to get these kids to listen nowadays. And you had a kid on your team, I told you I hooped with him and shit at on Wise Avenue at the little by the little police station or whatever. We got some balling in, and I told you, man, the kid could be special. So I went to the game, you know, fired him up a little bit, talking my shit. Hey, boy, let's go out there and dominate, have fun. You know what I'm saying? A little fire in him. Kid had like 14 points. You know, that was like y'all said, like his highest scoring game this season so far.
100%.
And I know kids like that. If I have more time with them, I turn kids into two-way players. See, right now he ain't a two-way player. He just thinking about scoring, you know, and all this extra dribbling shit. But if you get somebody that can really coach and really help him and pour into, man, we need 3 dribbles or less and go score. You know what I'm saying? But that's just, it's just the coaches got to be willing to coach nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These kids don't listen like they used to, bro. And even when I went to the Dundalk game, Dundalk was 0-4. I went to the 5th game. Right after my daughter's game, I'm there. You know, I don't give a fuck where I'm at. I'm coaching, bro. That's just what I do. It's in my blood. I can't help myself. So I'm coaching them up. The fucking parents are like, yeah, man, I wish you was our high school coach for varsity, the boys varsity team at Dundalk. They was giving me love and shit. And they ended up winning that game. And that was their first win. You know what I mean, of the season and shit. And I told the one kid, number 3, tall kid, you know what I'm saying? I think he played like the power forward or the center position. Before the game started, I'm like, yo, I need 25 from you. You know, I'm just pouring into him, bro. I need 25 from you. Like, I just know you could be special tonight, da-da-da. So, leaving the 3rd quarter, my man did have like 17 points. And like I said, I left early, so I didn't get to watch the whole game. But I definitely want to see that stat sheet, yo, because if kid hit 25, that shit wow, bro, for real, bro. But like when you make these kids believers, it's special, bro.
No, it was special seeing that moment because I was watching from my sideline. And I could hear you yelling things to him, and he finally, like, it clicked for him. And I think it was like a steal that he got, laid it up, then came back, had another shot, and it was like he scored like 6 straight.
Yeah, he had 3 straight.
Yeah.
And then he took that jumper and bailed him out. And I was like, but yeah, bro.
And it was cool. And like I told you, that was literally his best game.
Yeah.
His best game. So, you know, hopefully he can figure that out again. But you know, again, you know, these kids, it's the social media generation now, and the kids make a turnover, they get embarrassed, and now they don't know what to do. And so mental toughness is challenging for these kids to overcome, and like you said, be dogs out there, and not just sports but life in general. So but talking about, you know, being dogs in life, I wanted to ask you kind of, you know, I was watching something today, and people were talking about how, you know, we forget the special things in life, right? Like what's really important, what we really need, you know, the necessities of what we need instead of what we want. And I wanted to ask you, in your point, what is life to you? Like, what is it that you need in life? What is it that you're looking for in life? Like, what does life mean to you?
Well, life to me, like, what brings me joy and happiness is the little things, bro. Like, just now coming into your house, you know, your wife opened the door, y'all went in, I held the door, let the rest of the crowd go in. You know, that's the little things that will never get overlooked, bro. People will always appreciate those little things like that, man. And that's life to me, man. Just, you know, just a little bit of advice that I could give, the little bit of pouring into a kid to make them better. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really life to me. I enjoy those type of moments, bro. You know what I mean? I'd rather have those moments than going and fucking be in a fucking fancy ass restaurant, eating dinner, you know what I mean? Like, that ain't shit to me. So, yeah, it's the little things like that, bro. Yes, ma'am, no, man, yes, sir, no, sir. Seeing the smiles on people's face, yeah, so.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The little things, that's what brings me joy to life, bro, for real, for real.
No, I'm kind of with you on that same path. Like, I'm kind of in the same way where I enjoy those little things as well. Like, I enjoy good conversation.
Yeah.
You know, which is why, you know, we're here today doing this. Anytime, you know, that I got a friend that just calls out today, I had a friend reach out to me just asking me, how's everything going? How's the job? How's everything? And we talked a good bit. I mean, I could do that for hours, right?
Especially when it's real.
You know, exactly.
When it's real,
like
felt,
real
you feel that good vibe, that
yeah.
good joy. You're like, man.
Yep, real, you know, grown conversations about just life in general and what we're dealing with and things like that. I really do enjoy that. And I also enjoy just peaceful, quiet time, you know, like especially with all the things that I do. And I love doing some of the things that I do. I choose to do these things. But every once in a while, I just want to just slow things down and just enjoy that moment, right?
Yes.
So that's what life is to me.
I love a beautiful meditation session, bro. Just give me 15, 20 minutes in a dark room by myself.
Yeah, just to relax. Yeah,
decompress and just motherfucker.
Yep. I'm with you. So, you know, I really even been processing, like, you know, I see a lot of people that just move to other countries and things like that and just really find their peace with having less material things, right?
Yeah.
You know, some people just take whatever money they saved up, they sell their home, they take that and they live out of RV and just travel the world. And, you know, actually when I was in Mexico, I met a young lady that she went to college, got a career, you know, corporate job. She was doing that for a while. She was unhappy, and she read about people that just backpack travel. They just fill up a backpack and just figure it out.
I love it.
And you know, me and my wife got to spend like a day with her. You know, we were staying in the same place, and we were just talking and stuff. And it to me was amazing that she just, like she said, she's like, I never know where I'm going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
She figures it out day by day. That's wild to me, man. Wild. Obviously, you know, you got kids and stuff. It's
but
hard
she's
to do.
at peace though. She has it's peaceful.
She's lit. She's experiencing the world, meeting new people, and it's on to the next. And it's crazy because we were telling her like, "Oh, how are you here? We spent this much," and she's like, "You guys are spending that much money because you don't know how to survive like I am." She's like, "There's a bus for $1 over here. There's this for you can buy tacos for 50 cents." And I'm just like, "What?" She started showing us, and now we started seeing things differently. So it was pretty neat to just meet her like that.
There's so many amazing people out here like that, bro. It's beautiful.
It is.
They just live free.
It is, man. And
really
sometimes I say that. Sometimes I say like I want to get rid of so many things because I mean I feel like why do we have all these things? Especially a lot of things that we don't use. I mean you've seen it a few times you've been here. I'm getting rid of clothes and things. And I'm just like why? If I haven't touched it, I'm not using it. Like give that to somebody that may appreciate it, that may use it.
You gave me bags of shit, bro. And I took it and gave it to people that could really use it, bro. So that's a blessing, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Look, you know, but talking about that, you know, I've been looking into like, you know, a lot of people have been moving to other countries, right? And they're just been like trying to find that peace. A country that has better healthcare, a country that has less crime, a country that, you know, has, I don't know, even better weather at
just being outside and breathing that fresh air like you was, bro. You fucking went wherever you went.
It was amazing. Man.
I know, it's
amazing.
Wow.
And the crazy thing is, there's so many. Like, it's amazing to me because there's so many people trying to come into our country to live that American dream. But there's so many people that are living the American dream. They're like, all I do is work. All I do is work. All I do is buy things. But I rarely have time to really enjoy life. So people are going, you know what, I did it, I tried it, I bought these things, but now I want to go somewhere where life is slower. And it's amazing because, you know, I come from a country that is as Americanized as any state here, right? Puerto Rico. But at the same time, we still have our culture,
the culture, I love it.
And it's amazing because the people there don't make a lot of money. But I'm telling you right now, brother, it's all family. Everything you do is with your people, the people you call family and friends, every weekend, every evening, and you know, they fry up that pork, they throw on that music, they crack that beer, and they head into the event right now. And this is what we're doing. We don't need much. And it's the same for other countries I've been in, man. They really don't need a lot. And it bothers me when, you know, like you know, my son sometimes, you know, and he plays a ton of sports and is rarely ever not doing something. But every once in a while he goes, Dad, I'm bored. Well, how are you bored, brother? You got games, you got outside, you got a trampoline, you got a basketball hoop. We've been here 10 minutes.
But you get so used to it, bro. Get so used to it. You do it all day long, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the shit's on repeat. So.
It is. So that's something that I've been thinking about a lot. Like, you know, if I had a choice, where would I live? And I'm telling you, man, if I really do process it. Like, if I could make it happen, I think I would. I would. Yeah. Just to, you know, live somewhere where it's beautiful, where the air is different, where the crime is less. I mean, it's just...
We took an RV trip, I want to say 3 to 4 years ago. We went and got an RV for a week, bro. I mean, that shit was one of the most funnest times we had. We was, you know, driving up the little East Coast and shit. Went to the Carray Caverns or wherever the fuck it is. Rode the little mountains and shit. And it was just so peaceful. But we always talk about that, you know, when the kids get older and, you know, everybody go their separate ways, bro. We selling the motherfucking house, we getting an RV and just living, bro. We just want to travel, bro. That is the ultimate goal, man. For real, for real. Like, we've been on that shit for the last 4 or 5 years since we rented one. It was just like, this is peace. This is life right here, bro.
You know, another thing I've seen, a lot of people are doing the RVs and they've been transformer buses and things. You know, that's amazing. That's a beautiful thing.
Dope, bro.
But I also been seeing people that, and I don't know how it works, but they literally will live like a year on a cruise. They say, like, if you have an extended period, you're going to be on a cruise, the price is a little different.
Yeah, they say
think about it, all your food, everything's there.
Yep. And it's cheaper, way cheaper. Yeah. Yes, I've seen that.
Like, so it's crazy. So I'm with you on that. Like, I think one day you will hear that that's definitely...
Where you at? I'm on this boat, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, I mean, definitely. But, you know, with that, talking about that, you know, why is it that we get so comfortable, right? So comfortable, and we just stop chasing our dreams, what we wanted to do, the goals that we had, our greatness.
Yeah.
Why did we stop chasing our greatness at some point? Why do so many people stop, you know, doing what their passion is? Like, for me, my passion has always been basketball, coaching. That's just a passion I've always had. You know, it's just what it is. And I never stopped doing it. It's hard for me to stop playing. It's impossible for me to stop coaching. Although I keep saying I'm going to stop because I want to slow my life down. But I never stopped. And the only regret that I have, you know, and it's not over, but I wanted to see if I could get to another level.
Next level,
you know, just to see what could I do.
Yeah.
It's a long road for that, but I would have loved to see what I could do because I just, you know, I've accomplished a lot doing it, and I've always been given a great compliment of how I coach and I handle things, how I communicate with kids and things.
And the love for the game, bro.
Yeah.
You know, your love for the game.
And the gratitude that people show, like, even years later, you know, it's amazing. It's humbling. So, but why is it that we get comfortable and we just stop?
People just get caught up in the, you know, thinking they got to pay the bills. And, I mean, it's a lot that goes on. You think you got freedom, but you really don't have freedom, bro. You go to school 17, 18 years of your life. Yeah, it's limited freedom, bro. Limited. Go to school 17, 18 years of your life. Right out of high school, it's the first thing people do. Go find a job. Then what the fuck do you do? The next 35, 40 years, you're fucking slaving. The rest of your fucking life until you die. If you're lucky enough to retire, then what? You retire, and then what the fuck are you doing? You're 70 years old.
But it's crazy because you think about, like you said, you did all these years in school. Let's just say, like you said, you go to a trade or whatever it may be. Now you're there to only get 1, maybe 2 weeks vacation. So that means out of all 52 weeks out of the year, only 2 weeks you get to enjoy yourself and not have to check in.
Bust your ass, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow, bro. You're not.
But not only that, then you work your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s.
Yeah. 70s nowadays.
Well, yeah, some 70s now to just get that money. And then now you get to retire, but now you about
can't do a fucking thing, bro. When I was in Puerto Rico with my brother Grant, when me and Grant was in Puerto Rico, we talked about that shit. And I'm like, you know, I try to do all my traveling and shit that I can, you know, that I can do now. You know, I really want to live life now, in the now. I don't want to wait till I'm 70 and be like, oh, I'm in Puerto Rico. What the fuck you doing, you old motherfucker? You sitting on a porch in Puerto Rico. Motherfucker, I was in Puerto Rico for a month. I was climbing fucking a UK mountain. I was fucking everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because my youth, and I'm able to do that type of shit.
Yeah.
You know, when you're 70s, you can't go climbing in the mountains and all that shit, bro. You could ride the motherfucker.
But that goes to show you, brother, that we're not truly free.
No, not at all, bro.
There's a mirage that we think we're free. We think we're living in the land of the free, but we're not. You know, we are literally a pawn to a bigger game. You know, and they give us just enough, you know, on that leash
to make you feel a little comfortable.
Make you feel like, hey, but It's and I didn't realize that how many weeks we actually work. Like I mean, I think I didn't get my third or fourth week until like year 10 or 11 or something like that. And that's crazy, man. That is insane. But it's crazy because other countries, I think like every couple of weeks you get a full week. And like so, it's so many countries do it so many different ways. And here now in the quote unquote land of the free, home of the brave.
But that's the problem. Motherfuckers ain't brave. You gotta speak the fuck up. You gotta let motherfucker know. Hey, bro, I need a day off, motherfucker.
Yep.
I see your ass Monday. I'm taking Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, bitch.
Yep.
For real. I tell even my kids, bro, like they go to school and shit all the time. Hey, you need a mental health day. You want to chill back with.
Well, I told you a little while ago. Me and my son, we did that, man. I said, you know what, boy, stay home today.
Preach,
relax today.
Preach.
I'm with you. A lot of people are scared to do that, though,
man.
because companies put fear in people that of that. And there's even people that I know.
If you can replace me, motherfucker.
And you will be.
Yeah. Replace me.
I'm an example of that.
Yeah.
I tell you this. I work with a manager, one of the guys that promoted me years back. Great guy. And me and him had a conversation a little bit after he kind of promoted me to this role. I said, hey, just let you know I got this vacation. I could tell he looked at me like, vacation?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, we don't take vacations. I looked at him like, excuse me? And he was joking, but he was like, nah, I'm joking, but when is it? And I gave him the details, and he said, look, honestly, I haven't taken vacation in 8 years. 8 years.
How you enjoying life, motherfucker? You waking up, busting your balls for a company, and you ain't even enjoying your own motherfucking life.
The first thing I'll say is, any company that is okay with a employee, coworker, not taking the time that's granted to them, that they earned, that they have earned, that hard work earned, it's wrong.
Yeah,
that's not a good environment. That not at all. But
see, people don't see it like that, bro. More people should see it like that. I see you come, like, I think we might have talked about it before in the episode, bro. Or we might have just talked about it offhand, but I told you about that dude that worked at Burger King for like 23 years straight.
Yes, we talked about it.
In one episode,
yep.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. 23 years straight, don't miss a day, and you get this man a fucking movie ticket and a pen. What the fuck? And a cup of Reese cups. Like, that shit, I don't know, it's just fucked up, bro.
So message out today, guys. We gotta live. Value your time. Value who you are. Take your time. Yup.
Should say life. You only get one, motherfucker. For real.
One ticket to life. But while we're talking about that, I want to share with everyone. So I came across a picture. I view a lot of things, and right now my algorithm and all my social media, it's about traveling, it's about positive, and of course sports, like we always talk. And I come across a lot of quotes, a lot of experiences that people have had, just sharing their stories. And I came across a picture that talked about, what depression looks like. And in that picture, it was a few folks. Robin Williams was one of them. And the idea to put that out, and again, I don't know how true it is that these people, committed suicide. It was 4 people on there. I don't know it. Only that person knows what it was. I know people speculate that there was other stuff going on, but what I do know is from experience that some people, when they're going through things, they hide it.
Yeah,
especially us men, women too. You don't want to show weakness. You don't want people to keep asking you, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Whatever, and you enclose yourself. But when I saw that picture, it hit home, and I'm like, wow, it's right. Like, sometimes you don't realize what someone is going through, and sometimes someone's hiding it with a smile.
Yeah.
It's been times that someone that looks like they're enjoying life, that shows like they live a great life, and
a lot of times they be the funniest motherfucker in the room, bro. So, sometimes, when you around somebody that's, funny, comedian, always trying to make people laugh, just dig a little deeper into their jokes. You know what I'm saying? Because every joke has truth.
Listen.
Yeah, because
Listen a little bit.
And if you're laughing a little hard, it's truth behind his joke or her joke. So,
I agree.
See what the message is that they're trying to send out. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. But just to share with everybody, so I put that picture out, put a song behind it, and I kind of put on there a little message, that you never know what people are going through. And quite honestly, it's been our biggest post ever. It's got like 36,000 views, likes, a ton of comments. What's amazing about it, it's not that we quote unquote went viral, right? It's amazing. I appreciate it because it's allowing our platform to be seen by even more folks, right?
And it just goes to show you how many people battle with depression and have suicidal thoughts. You know,
exactly.
It's really deep, bro, for real.
There have been a lot of people on there that have been, kind of sharing their side, and some people are like, and I understand it. Some have gotten on there were kind of aggressive, going, hey, they were cowards, and I get where someone's coming from because suicide is not the way, right? We don't choose how we feel. We can fight it, we can battle it, we can try to get out of it, but we don't choose that. Things happen to us in our lives at different ages, stages of our life, and it just affects us, right? Yeah. But I agree, suicide is not the way to go. I don't call it coward, but I just think that it's you got to think twice because it's not just your life you're taking. You're taking your life from others, your children, your friends, family, and others, and it's a little selfish act. But I understand when someone feels like there's no way out.
Well, what I was about is, some people suffer, bro, and some people just being here, we see other people suffering from the choices that we make, decisions that we make, and sometimes you're just like, you know what, I don't want to see my family suffer no more, battling the demons that I'm battling, and some people just say, fuck it, man, this is my way out. I don't want to keep hurting everybody and hurting, you know what I mean? It gets deep,
No, yeah,
bro.
It does,
Man,
it does. There's
deep,
levels,
bro.
there's so many levels to the whys. But in that post, there were people saying that, and there were also people saying, no one's willing to listen, and so I started replying to everybody's post when someone said that no one's listening. I said, hey, look, I'm here to listen. We will listen. I can share my number. DM me. Now I can share it. I'm willing to listen to you. Other people are like, when you but when you share it, now they judge you.
Bro, you ain't got to tell me your name. You ain't got to tell me where you're from. You ain't got to do none of that. Just call and just share, bro. Just get it off your chest for real though, because when you get it off your chest, man.
Yeah, and I added another message on. I said, look, guys, anyone that's dealing with something, speak to someone. And again, I repeat, if those folks around you don't listen, I'm willing to listen. I will take the time to listen and be an ear to you. I don't need to tell you what to do, but I will be willing to listen. Let you pour it out, because sometimes, quite honestly, that's really all we need. It's just to let it out and say it to somebody.
You don't even want to hear what people got to say anyway. You just want to get that shit off your chest, bro.
That's literally it. So it was, like you said, it was eye-opening to just see, again, how many people, related to that. What we got there?
But yeah, man, it gets deep, bro.
Yeah. So, so we're grateful that everyone was honest. We're grateful that everyone was open. And again, I remind everyone, if anyone needs someone to listen, I'm here. I know you're willing to do that too. And I'll say, go ahead, brother.
I was just gonna say, at the end of the day, sometimes you aren't comfortable speaking to, people, whatnot, man. Oh, God, bro, He's always there for us. He's always gonna listen. He's always gonna hear our prayers. He's always gonna, just have them conversations with Him. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. And anything you want out of life, you can make it happen, for real. And depression is just something that we go through. We put ourselves there, and we only can get ourselves out of there. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
And that's real. I don't care how many times somebody beat you down and says what they need to say about you. It's only on you when you listen and accept it to get in that funk. So
it is. It is.
And this is coming from somebody that battled depression and got out of depression and made it, and thank God, bro, because.
So let me ask you, I think that'd be great for us to kind of share what we've been through. And you can go first or I can go first. It doesn't matter to me. But I think it'd be good for us to share kind of a point in life where we felt like that, but then also kind of battle through it in the how, right? To kind of share that with anyone out there that's kind of dealing with it right now.
Well, mine, I only battled with it seriously was just that one time, and it was in 2018. I shared it before. It was just. I was going to work, working for a door company, fucking making $70,000 a year. I was making great money. I was happy with the job. I was happy with life. But I just every day, I was just getting beat down every day. The same shit. You're no good. You're a bum. You're a piece of shit. And just hearing it over and over and over, I started to believe it, and that's where I went wrong. I started to believe that I was a bum. I started to believe that I was a piece of shit. Believe I was a no good father. Believe I was everything that I was hearing. And in reality, I wasn't. I was the exact opposite. But I started believing it, and I'd fucking wake up and I'd ride my bike to work, and I'm like, you're a piece of shit. You're a bum. You could have this. You could have that. You ain't got this. You ain't got that. I go to work, do my job, fucking go in the closet, sleep for the next 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And there were some days I would go get my job done. It'd be lunchtime. I go to the boss, like, hey, boss, you know, my job's done, da-da-da. He's like, all right, man, you can go home. And I'm like, yo, and it got to the point where, like, I was getting shit done so quick, and I was getting out of there by lunchtime, and he'd be like, if anybody says anything, just tell them come talk to me if they want to know where you're at. And but I would just go home, and then I would go to sleep. I would sleep my whole day away. I wouldn't do nothing with my kids. I felt like a real piece of shit. Like, I really became the piece of shit that I started to believe that I was, and got to the point where shit was just getting ugly, and I just had to get out of that situation. And man, angel came to me, bro, for real. And it was just like, this is the way that, you know, a good person like you should be treated. This is how life should be. This is what life is. And I got out of that funk, bro, you know, and I just would never allow nobody to ever put me in that funk again. But again, you know, I allowed the way I was being spoken to become my reality. So it was on me, and I got myself out of that funk, and it's just, I would never go back, man. I become a fucking rock to all the negative shit, bro. And you can see it. It shows, you know. I pour into everybody. It's nothing but positive vibes. There's no, no negative shit in me, bro. I don't even like that negative shit. If something comes up like that is spoken of me or presents itself in a negative way, I talk about it right away. How can we wash our hands? How can we clean this? How can we fix the problem? You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I move now, because I know what depression looks like. I know battling that demon of, do I still want to live? Do I still want to walk this earth? Like, you know, and like I said, I had beautiful family, beautiful kids, but all that, like, kind of meant nothing to me at the moment, bro. Like, that's how depressed I was. Like, I didn't give a fuck about nothing. But I got out of it, and like I said, there's no negative aura around me, near me, or about me. I don't give a fuck how negative a person is.
Yeah. Wow. No, that's awesome. I'm glad you were able to battle it out and push through, because a lot of people, you know, are not. I'll share mine a little bit. I honestly, you know, I wear a lot of hats. I've said that before. It's a term that honestly I got from a doctor. You know, I went to the doctor once. I was like, Doc, I need you to, and this was, I don't know, I think I was early 30s. Went to the doctor, and I'm like, Doc, you know, can you check my levels? I did a full physical, you know, blah, blah, blah. I came back, and, you know, the doctor's like, all right, man, you're a very healthy young man. I'm like, well, something's got to be going on. I'm always tired. I don't have the energy to do anything. I mean, I stopped playing ball. I would just honestly leaving work, coaching, coming home, like going to bed. I would sit down and like be ready, like tired. Like I just felt no energy. You know, and I went back, and he started just asking me questions, just talking to me like man to man. Mm-hmm. He's like, man, what do you do? Like, what are your hobbies? What do you do? Like, what do you do for work? I'm like, I'm a manager at the railroad, and just started breaking everything down. And I started telling him. He's like, okay. He's like, man, I don't know how to tell you this. I don't know how you're going to take it, but I think you're doing a little bit too much. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, you're wearing a lot of hats. He's like, you just told me that you're a coach for multiple teams. You're a father, you're a brother, you're a husband, you're a boss, you're a friend. He's like, and it sounds like you're about a leader and everything. I'm like, yeah, that's me, like, you know. He's like, that's a lot for a man. He's like, and you sound like a guy that likes to be perfect sometimes. And I'm like, yeah, I'm hard on myself. Mm-hmm. I aim for perfection, and I'm hard on myself when I fail. He goes, well, let me ask you, how are your teams doing? Like, oh, they're great, we're winning, da-da-da. How's family? Family's good. You know, I got a teenage kid, but, you know, it's, you know, so I'm going through that. He's like, how's life at home? I'm like, well, it's tough. You know, I haven't had the mood to do anything. Wife was a little upset that, you know, I don't want to really go anywhere. Falling asleep, watching a movie with her, you know, so that's going on. He's like, how's work? I'm like, well, work is tough. I lost a manager, kind of by myself. He's like, look, can I be honest with you? I said, yeah, go ahead. He goes, I think you're depressed. And at this point, me being who I am, a proud person, a proud man, I said, Doc, like, I get what you're saying, but I know I'm doing a lot. Probably why I'm tired. I'm overworking myself. Mm-hmm. I said, but I'm not depressed. Yeah. I said, I got a beautiful family. I got a great job. I got a great home. He's like, no, I know. He's like, but why do you think you don't have energy? You're not happy right now. And I appreciate this doctor because he could have very easily said, you're depressed, here's this, see you, right? He didn't do that. He was a real man about it, a real human being about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, man, I think you need to step back on some things. I think you need to step back and focus on your family, focus on your wife, and figure out with your boss what you need to do about your job. Obviously, there's some things I can control, some things I can't. But I will tell you that my energy was low. My motivation to do anything was not there. My fuse was very short with my kids. Little things were just making me mad. And I had to reflect on that. And, my wife got to a point where she actually reached out to my mother saying, look, I don't know what's going on with him. This is not him. Yeah. I mean, you know my character. I'm an easygoing, laid back, that's just me. So for me to be an aggressor now, it's totally out of my character, Breaking point for me was when I had a altercation with a brother of mine. He was dealing with some things. Obviously, I was at that point, and something simple as a joke just threw me over that edge. I knew that me having a physical altercation with my brother meant that I got something going on. That to me was like the way that I was acting at home, the things that I was doing with the kids. And not that I was ever physical with the kids, but I just had a short fuse,
Should just bother you a little.
Little things would just bother me. Little things that shouldn't bother me like that. And it's just, again, when I left the doctor, I still didn't believe it. But once that happened, I said, shit, man, something's going on with me. I had a conversation with wifey. I told her that I'm sorry. I don't know how I got here, but I got to figure it out. And I started just educating myself. What is going on with me? What do I need to do? So I took my health serious at that point. That's when I started, not drinking as much. Honestly, I started backing off of that because I could tell that my energy level would drop. Just like my vibe just was off. I mean, we've talked about it, right? I changed that a little bit. I started not eating really the fast food. Just a lot of things just started coming into focus. I started now telling myself, no matter what I'm doing, I need to play ball. Yeah. That is my thing. That's where
it's your passion.
It is.
Happy place.
Work, I couldn't really control everything, but I started telling myself it's a job. Leave it at home. Leave it at work. Go home. And I slowly got out of it. Right. And the thing that scared me the most was that, I've shared this before, my wife's brother took his life. I didn't understand it. I to this day, I still don't 100% get it. I'll never know. Still feel like, damn, like I could have said something, I could have done something. But the one thing that I do know that I've dealt with is a father not choosing not to not be there for their kids. And I just kind of told myself that, I didn't have my father in my life because he made a choice. I didn't want to be a father that made a choice and not be in my kid's life. So I just, again, I never had suicidal thoughts, never had thoughts to hurt myself or hurt anyone. I just was battling just not being mentally clear. After that, is when we also started talking about starting to have time as a family, like just separate time, not just sports. Because at that point, it was just all sports. Our travel was for sports. Every day was sports. Every day, it just got creative to just battle it out of it. But I could definitely understand if someone doesn't have a support system, if someone is not strong inside, for me, I think my strength was my wife and the fact that I know what that can do to somebody, and I refuse to be that. I refuse not to be here for my kids, And quite honestly, shortly after that, I had a blessing of having my youngest, Daxon. Yep. My wife came to me and she goes, hey, this is where we're at. And, I'm going to share this, and it's wild to share, but, she was balancing, is this the right thing for us? You know, just because of the state that I'm in, she's like, are we going to bring another kid if you feel this way? Or you're sure, like, what's going on? And, you know, she made a choice.
God's blessing, bro.
It was.
God is amazing, bro. That's God's blessing.
He is. He's a very special guy in those ways for me. So, so it was great. Like I said, we did that, and it brought new life to me. Yes. You know, and after that, I started doing other things, and things just started like just gearing up, and after that, that's when like I started choosing to be more positive. And I'm not perfect whatsoever, man. But after that, I'm like, I need positive. And I started also, I'll be honest, changing the people around me.
Life's a choice, bro. It's the choices that we make,
yep.
bro. For
There's
real.
always two roads.
Yes.
There's always two roads.
You're going to walk with Jesus or dance with the devil, bro.
Right.
For real. That's
yeah,
it,
man.
Bro.
So that's how I took it. It was a tough path. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes, did a lot of things that were not me, not my character. You know, I don't say I regret. I say I learned.
Oh yeah.
I grew so much as a father, as a man, and definitely as a husband. And then honestly, I took a big leap as a manager because I realized how not to handle things. You know, how to not carry that, how not to take things personal. Because I was stressed every time one of my employees made a mistake.
Well, like you said too, though. You said, from now on, I'm not fucking taking my work at home with me. I'm leaving work at fucking work, and that really helps too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
you know, it's funny because I was asked one day, "What's my best and worst quality?" And I answered the same. I said, my best quality is, you know, trying to find perfection, but it's also my worst.
Yeah.
I'm extremely hard on myself, and like I said, at that time, I was kind of hard on everybody. So I learned to also like take a step back from that. That strive for that greatness, strive for perfection.
Fuck that perfection. That shit will kill you, my brother. You can't be perfect.
Exactly, but just it's understand that it's a journey to continue every single day to keep working. It's just it's nonstop.
But it's the little things, making that choice of saying, am I going to try to be perfect or am I going to chase greatness? When you put that, I'm going to try to be perfect, you're never going to be perfect. So you're always going to fucking reach for this, but always beat yourself down because you're never going to get there. But when you say, all right, I'm going to chase greatness, and that's just making a choice of changing the word, right? I'm going to chase greatness. Now you can know every day I'm going to continue to chase greatness. And there is no limit. There is no, oh, I got to be this is the mountaintop. No, bro, you just fucking keep going, bro. So it's the choice. The little things, bro, for real. That's crazy in life, for real, bro. But things that simple really have a big effect, my man, for real, bro. Absolutely. And shout out to the doctor, bro, because, you know, most of the doctors, the first thing they want to do is prescribe you medication. They want to give you Xanax. They want to give you
all the shit,
Percocet. They want to give you anything they can to get you hooked. And for a doctor to be like, hey, bro, you know, you got to lock in mentally, you know, make a few changes. And shout out to you for, you know, eating cleaner, you know, shit like that plays a big effect. When
it's amazing what you put in your body, how you surround. Like there's so many things to be happy, man. It really is, man. And people think it's material things, man. Fuck the material things,
fuck
man.
The material things, bro. But like, if you eat McDonald's and Burger King and all that junk food and all that shit every day, you're gonna fucking feel like shit, bro. You're gonna be fucking soulless, yo. Yes, bro. You're putting fucking dead meat, dead flesh in your body every single day. You're gonna feel what the fuck you put in you, bro. So. Like
and that's also why, you know, I don't want to cut you off, but you know,
thing. I like that.
I always try to explain to my wife that, you know, she loves to go out to a restaurant and get some dinner, get some good food. Look, I'm a foodie. I love to eat good food, but I keep telling her there's nothing better than a home meal.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Made with love too.
Yeah, made with love. Like
I told you.
No, and I look forward to that. You know what I mean? Like you can sense when someone really put their effort and energy because they wanted someone to really enjoy a meal.
I'm gonna give you an example, and this is real shit, bro. And this was probably like, I don't know, last week or 2 weeks ago. I made chicken noodle soup, and motherfucking, I made that shit out of love. My first time ever making homemade chicken noodle soup. I was just coming off a 3-day fast. I did a 3-day fast. I wanted to do like a soup diet for a week. And I made some homemade chicken noodle soup. And I put the noodles on a little early. There was a little, you know, they wasn't quite right, but everybody in the house fucked that chicken noodle soup up, except for Tiff. She was mad. Oh yeah, fuck that chicken noodle soup up, da 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 da. And I'm like, yo, I made this shit like with passion, bro, like with love. This shit,
yeah, you can feel that, man.
And like I said, like my daughter, she don't really eat home cooked meals. Like when Tiff, like she's more throwing shit in the air fryer type person. Man, they was fucking that chicken noodle soup up, nigga. And I wouldn't say, to me it was the best, but like again, I'm coming off a 3-day binge and not eating, so you know anything would have been good to me at that time. But for the family to fuck that chicken noodle soup up, boy, I was like, motherfucker, run your mouth, bitch. Because I did that in the kitchen, you feel me?
Yeah.
So that was just like a little...
Nah, the home cooked meal is felt, man. It's when you put the love and the effort into it, it's definitely, it's different.
It ain't even the meal, it's what goes behind the meal, bro.
It is.
So, that
it definitely is. But look, I really appreciate you sharing that. You know, I appreciate that me and you are pretty open about the things that we've been through. Again, anyone that's out there that's feels alone, feels like they can't speak up, feels like they're drowning at work, you know, we're open to listen. Anyone out there, you know, any of our Maniac fans out there, any of our friends, family, anybody, man, just reach out. I don't know much, but I do know how to listen. I will definitely be an ear for anyone that just wants to pour out. And if you want any of my advice, I'll give you whatever I know. That comes from the heart, you know, genuinely from the heart. But again, those out there that are busting their tails at work and they feel underappreciated, I get it. I know where you are. Do not be afraid to speak up. Do not be afraid to stand your ground. You know your worth. Stand up. You know, speak up for yourself.
And that's another thing. When you feel that, and when that message is sent to you saying, "Hey, go ask for a raise," that's God telling you, you earned that shit. Go ask. Don't be afraid. Because a closed mouth will never be fed, bro. For real.
Know your worth.
Yes.
Know your worth. Know your worth. So let's pivot to something a little bit more, you know, easy now. You know, what's your thoughts on these drones, man?
That shit's weird, bro. How the fuck do you got fucking drones coming in and out of the water and then nobody knows where or what or who's in control, what's going on?
Yeah.
My theory is, and for the government to say they don't know what it is, fuck that. They know what the fuck they doing, bro. They trying to watch the fuck out of us. This is the new era. This is the new surveillance system, bro. This is what's gonna. This is tomorrow's surveillance in my mind and what I'm seeing. Like, they trying to let us know, like, this is the next couple years. This shit gonna be everywhere. We watching everything, motherfucker. You think we watch you now? Shit.
Yeah, no, I definitely think there's greater technology than what we know. Whatever we see was out 15 years ago. I'll say this: I don't think our government will allow another country, I guess, or anyone, to have something that we're not aware of, something unidentified.
Yeah,
there's no way we're going to do that. So I do think it's something that our government is doing or something they know what's going on.
100%.
It's one or the other. But I think it's pretty wild. But again, look, anyone out there that's talking about shoot that down, relax, guys. We don't want any bullets going up in the air.
Yeah, what goes up must come down.
Yeah, it must come down. Let's not get crazy. At the end of the day, even if you were able to reach it, let's think about what happens once a bullet or something hits it. What happens next?
Yeah, they said that bitch is like the size of cars, bro. You imagine that motherfucker coming out the sky.
That's what I'm saying. So we got to think about what happens after you're able to shoot it. So, but I think, again, leave us your thoughts on what you guys think it is and what you guys know. And if you got anybody in the military that maybe has some, you know,
plugged in
somewhere, let us know something. But
that shit's wild, dude.
Yeah, it is wild. So I read a quote today, and it really, I don't know, it hit me. Every day I'm looking for quotes and stuff, and it really hit me. But I'll read it to you and let me know what you think. All endings are beginning, but sometimes we just don't realize it.
Well, it goes back to what they what's the saying that people, you know, when one door closes, God blesses you with another one.
Yes.
So, you know, that's kind of where I would take that, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't an ending, it's just a beginning to something different. God might be like, look, motherfucker, this shit done ran its course.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Let's move on to the next shit. And let's, you know, and it might even, you know, I'll go back to this as a perfect example, you know, when I tried Chisel Che Fitness. You know what I'm saying? That shit, the door closed. It ran its course. The next door was Maniac Boxing and Fitness. And that's where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? So the goal might not change, but You know, sometimes it might be the name or the timing,
Path.
or the path. Yeah,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying. So little things.
It's a long journey.
Yeah, a long fucking journey, bro. Yes,
Nah,
thank
I'm with you, man. I think
sure.
sometimes, you know, and look, I'm a testament to this quote right here, because one door shut, now another one's open. Now, because of that, I see things differently. Life, what I want, what I truly want, what I know that deep down in my soul that I want to do.
Boy, that was a blessing, boy. You thought you were stressing,
and
boy, but it became a mean ass blessing, my brother.
I was,
sure,
absolutely. So you never
Vibe
know.
fest, nigga, all the good shit.
Yeah, so you never know what the journey of life is going to take you. So, like I said earlier, don't be afraid to shake things up. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to make changes. I know sometimes, like I said earlier, we're comfortable in life. We settle, but don't settle. If really sometimes sit down and think, is this really where I want to be? Is this really what I want to be doing? Is this really where I want to live? Is this really the relationship I want to be in, right? Like, those are things that, we get stuck in life sometimes and we think there's no way out, but there is a way out. Again, to our thing, we get one life to live, one opportunity. So, and sometimes it's short. So that really, that's really the message today is really value life, value your worth, value the things you want in life, and continue to chase to get to your path of being happy.
And don't worry about nobody's opinions of you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can't stress about that. Don't overthink that shit. Just live.
Can't satisfy everybody.
You can't live your best motherfucking life. It's that simple. And if people want to be a part of it, they will. And if they don't, they won't. It's that simple.
Yes, sir.
For sure, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, brother, great episode. We got really deep and personal. We talked about some tough, topics. Again. I know I've said it a few times, but I feel like I got to say it again. Anyone out there that has got something to say, reach out. We are willing to listen. If there's anything that I feel like we can do, it's definitely, be an ear for somebody and just hear our brothers and sisters out. Keep reaching out, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Yep.
Good job, my brother.
Yes, sir. Always a pleasure.